It's the venue that's had plenty of success, come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. Buys time, rolling right. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Off by his back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throw complete to Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to the air, McCarthy. He's got it to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the shotgun, McCarthy. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing the out route complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Here's a throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the 34. Completed over the middle. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Now on 4th down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, looking to throw. Complete out to the right side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Dropping back to throw. Cut out left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Has him on the quick hitter. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll throw it again. Short pass brought in. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but cross the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Still sticking with the passing game. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs take over on his 5th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And this This goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 48. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's tackled for no gain. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. Back now, pressure on its way. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Broncos take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. A time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
They throw it out quick to the left. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? And gets them the first on 4th down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the code for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running back, motioning right. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Finds his back complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's good for 7 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. No one around. He's got space. And the Broncos regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Throwing now on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. It's a 31-yard play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 28. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Broncos take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw. And
they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on 1st down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Escapes out to the left. Caught, nice gain left side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Broncos driving ahead. They're now set for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Forced out to his right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
They put a receiver in motion right. To throw again on 2nd and 10. On the move, headed right. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Quick pass, right side, complete. And that play's brought to a halt, you're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Brought in right side. And he's going to step out a little short of the 10.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Airing it out to start this drive. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, a trusty tight end.
Second and 4. Cut for big yards on the right side. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Working inside the red zone. Shakes himself free. He can run it. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on second and goal. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. So now, here's third and goal. Pass play coming here. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Chooses to bring this one out. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Buys time, roll. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Man in motion here. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Completed to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
He's got it at the 24. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Finds a man right side. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, or the other areas of the team pick each other up. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Looking to return from the 29. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be their football. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's on the move. Looking middle, firing deep. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that was pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Working quickly here. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd and 10 now. Complete out to the right. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Getting out to his left. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Here's a quick throw to the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. It's a Denver touchdown. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos make it a 24-point ball game. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now McCarthy. Looking slant route, complete. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying again after the pick, McCarthy. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. McCarthy to throw it. Buying some time left. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Broncos football, and they should be able to coast right through this 4th with that kind of lead. New set of downs for him from the 46. Man in motion out of the slot. Throwing now on 1st down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. This one's covered by the Broncos hands team. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing from the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Escapes the pocket. And they pick him off again. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up. Textbook, hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Throw left side, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
And they pick him off again. And the Broncos have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing now, off play action. Connects on the crosser. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
They'll throw it again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Chiefs get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And he'll get it up to the 27. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Forced out to his right. Throwing deep down the near side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Offense in the hurry up here. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Chiefs are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Motioning the tight end left. Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. Buying some time right. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. The return begins on their side of midfield. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. That is one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. It's too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
You know, Kate, when I see throws like this, I see images of Bo Jackson back in the day. As a Kansas City Royal throwing Harold Reynolds out from the warning track. 300 feet in the air, he hung that baseball to gun down the runner at home plate. The difference here in football, yeah, you throw that ball up, that DB's also got to run 50-some yards, go up high point and make a play. That is just incredible defensive football.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Big gain, has them across the 40. 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos keep running away with this. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. McCarthy with a blitz coming. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're staring at a 4th down. McCarthy to throw for it. He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
They've got a man in motion. Back to the air, McCarthy. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
You know, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. So the Broncos right out of here with a win on